of the car with me.
Brittany, are we starting the show yet? Or are you talking? I
No,
don't know, because this happens every week, right? We're not quite sure if the show has started. I do know that I have on my Corona jacket.
Dude, your Corona jacket.
Yeah, it's my Corona jacket. I don't want to call it a coronavirus jacket. I'm just going to call it a Corona jacket. So for the next month, every time we do an episode of Southern Hospitality, I plan on wearing this jacket. As a matter of fact, I'm playing myself because I got my Lysol here, and I should have my Corona hoodie on every time we do this show. Like,
dude,
Brittany, I don't know all the precautions yet. This is a very serious time right now.
You're right. No, I know it's a serious time because I broke two of my nails and I can't go get them fixed. Like, I can't just go get them fixed, because coronavirus.
Wow. Oh, wow.
What am I supposed to do in the in-between, Ekin?
Well, Brittany, how about we'll talk about your nails in a second, but first and foremost, can we look, we got to stop acting like we have never done radio or never done a show.
Mean?
Because we never welcome people to our humble abode that is Southern Hospitality. We should welcome people here because, we do have a welcoming space. And that's what let me tell you something. When I thought about doing this show and asking you to be a part of this show, it was because of your welcoming personality.
Thank you.
Did that sound convincing, Jason? It was because of your welcoming personality.
It did.
And everybody who started to support us and give us comments on the social sites and on places that they see this podcasting that we're growing here, I want them to feel like they're a part of this show and they're welcome. So me and you got to get better. We just come all in just blabbering about our business and not welcoming people to Southern Hospitality. We got to get better, Brittany. We got to do better.
Okay, do you want me to, start over?
No, we're fine because you know what, though? I think people expect that from us. That's kind of how we are.
Next week. We'll get it next week.
I gave that long speech only to be like, man, they're used to us by now.
Yeah. Well, welcome to the podcast. Yeah,
Brittany, how are you?
I'm good. Well, okay. I'm really not that good. I don't know what I am, Ekin. It's a weird time. Like, I don't know what day it is. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with myself.
Do you know what month it is?
I know we're in March.
We're in March?
That's about it.
But you're having a rough time right now.
Yeah, just because, everything's on lockdown, right? Or everything's limited, okay? And then the whole situation with the supplies, if you're out, food, like me, I'm here at work, I'm working, I want food delivered. Is that safe? I got to question everything now. Is a trip to the store worth what I might catch?
Right. So I'm not, well, here's one thing I can say. One thing I can say about if you want to feel a little better about your situation, here's one positive thing that I can say you're doing right at this second. You and I are practicing social distance. We are like 200 miles apart.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So we're taking the proper steps.
No, yeah, and cause with dating right now, I didn't realize how much this isn't affecting me. I'm good.
You sure it's not affecting you?
It would be if I was dating for real, because I didn't think about how much people have to you have to meet up with someone. You know what I mean? You don't just go to someone's house. That's right now, that would be your option. You go to their house and kick it. But if you're just getting to know someone, you can't just do that. So getting to know the person, and then even if they were maybe an hour away now, that's forever away. An hour away, that's a long distance relationship now.
So it's not a good time
to go and find love. Right now.
Well, I wasn't gonna go so far as love. I was gonna be like, it's not a good time for a booty call. But
no, if you send me that "you up" text, no, I am not up.
But you really are up, though, Brittany. You looking at the phone. You really are up. Why are you playing hard to get? You know that you've been quarantined. They quarantined. Both of y'all probably healthy. Why are you playing hard to get?
No.
You up. Brittany, what else you been doing? You ain't really got to go. Nobody really got to go into work these days. So you can be up nowadays.
You know what? I don't trust, man. That he might have had another Corona girl there earlier and then didn't wash the sheets. And now I got to get Corona? No. We're not doing that.
Should I take offense to that last thing? Because you said you don't trust men. And I think that, you look right past me as if you weren't talking to a man. Should I take offense to that?
No, I'm just saying I don't trust the male population.
As a whole?
For the most part, yes.
Well, booty calls are not limited to just men. The you up text is, hey, look, the you up text is not limited to just the male.
You right. And now that you say that,
Please, I ain't
I
trusting a
might
lot
be
of them.
up.
I ain't trusting a lot of them wenches either out here. Look, come on. Hey, look, let me tell you something right now. My DMs and my friend, all of a sudden, these new friends I got, I think per day I'm getting 3 to 5 like new followers. And I look and they talk about go to their OnlyFans page. I don't care how bad times is it right now. I'm not going to your OnlyFans page, all right?
That's what I want to know too. Like, who is spending money on this right now? Because, like,
Well,
is that
Brittany, think about it. You quarantine, you seen all the porn. I mean, think about it. I've been on like page 17 of some of these porn sites, not to put my business out there. So maybe they thinking I'm ready for OnlyFans.
See, here's the thing. I really don't know okay, OnlyFans. I know it's these girls or whoever, but guys too, they do
special things. Special things for OnlyFans.
Right.
It's real simple.
Do you pay every time or is it like a subscription?
You know what, Brittany? Here's what I'm thinking, because I like to think on the spot. And this is what I like about our relationship is I can work things out with you. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's a social experiment we do now with you.
Like hold up.
And then you can decide how you want to run your OnlyFans page. And then we could tweak it to see what's working during quarantine.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So now so am I getting real money?
Brittany, look, we are this is a social experiment.
What if I get too lost into this experiment and then you can't take me back out? I'm stuck in OnlyFans and I can't get out.
As long as I keep getting my percentage for the idea and you remain healthy and you don't start to become mentally unstable, those are the things that I should worry about I guess I would be management. I don't want to think of myself as, a harsh term like pimp would be such a harsh term. So I would like to think of myself as management, marketing partner. That's why your mental state, it matters to me.
Thank you. And that's important to me that it's important to you. So yeah, you can manage me.
You see, all men are not bad. I keep telling you, all men are not bad.
No, I don't trust myself. I'll get lost in that where I won't come back out. But no, I could do this experiment if it's for a limited amount of time.
So what would be, because I got some other things that we really have to get to, but since we already are here, what would be some things that you think you would let happen on your OnlyFans page?
Oh my goodness. Well, I don't know what the possibilities are. Are they endless?
Well, look, I just got a head nod from outside the window and from Jason over here on the right. Possibilities are endless.
Well, okay, so then that means anything, because I know guys can be into feet, they can be into hands, they can be into belly buttons.
Oh, so what would you be into though? Like Brittany, in your secret life. In your secret life, is there a pole heavily in existence?
No, only because I haven't found one, or I don't trust it to not break and me like really mess up the ceiling. But I would love that.
But Brittany, honestly, you are. I will say this about you. You a decent size. You lightweight. You could have. I could get some people to come and make sure that a sturdy pole is put in your environment.
No, let me tell you, because I've been to a house party where they had a stripper pole, and it was like one of those where, yeah, I was good on it, but one drunk person, and yeah, next thing you know, it's broken in half. There's a dresser that's broken, that's like dented in. So I imagine something similar would happen in my place.
Yeah, but Brittany, this is a business expense, which means we have to install it properly. You understand what I'm saying? So the people I get to install it will be attached to the ceiling and the floor.
Okay.
It will be a pole that people don't even realize that the pole actually spins. People don't realize that. It's things that I just know about this from, I've done a little OnlyFans research. I'm just saying, because I thought that since we're going to do a social experiment, I should do some beginning work before it was presented to you.
No, that makes sense, Ekin. I totally believe you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that's why we're a team. Brittany, you know what I want to do here, though, because I know we play a lot and we have a lot of fun here. What I wanted to do, too, with the coronavirus being so crazy, I want to get your thoughts, first of all. Well, first of all, let me give out some real facts on the coronavirus, because I'm tired of all the false information out here.
Oh,
like, I am over the non-experts, people that's really like me or you on TV, and because they put on a tie and they clip a microphone on them, they experts now. when they just doing barbershop talk. That's all they doing. But they got all these, we all confused now. We don't know. Somebody even told me the other day, they was like, yo, I heard that like you could get this heat thing right, and they ain't letting you know, but you could blow it up your nose and it could kill, you know, I was like, man, if you don't get all the way away from me.
For real.
Like, it was like, yo, but they not letting everybody know. And there's so many conspiracy things out there. So I got like 5 facts and a bonus fact of things that I'm getting from the CDC and the World Health Organization on the coronavirus. You know, and this may be our first serious moment on the podcast, Brittany.
All right. Yeah, we got this.
You know what I'm saying? We got this. So number one is info about the virus is still evolving, which means that you got to keep up on it, because I think that they're learning more about it
as we go. Yeah, right, as we speak right now.
Right. So we got to keep up with the information. Number 2, experts are taking steps to address the coronavirus and reduce infections. I'm just giving you facts, Brittany. I'm not sure what we should do with these facts. You're looking like me when I read it. I was like,
the experts, you know, they better be working on that thing. You know, they just had someone tested with not the vaccine yet, but what they're hoping to be a vaccine.
Right.
Someone just got that shot yesterday, so we'll see.
Okay, so we'll see. Fact number 3, if you feel ill, here's what you can do. And first off, the symptoms, they can appear anywhere between 2 and 14 days. And please don't cough. Please don't cough.
No. But if you say cough, okay, go.
You know, well, I'm just saying the symptoms can appear 2 to 14 days after exposure. They include fever, difficulty breathing, and the one thing that bothers you most, Brittany, coughing.
Yeah, no, it bothers right now. You're not allowed to cough right now in public. But go on.
And if you get any symptoms, you should call your medical provider immediately. So I'm not sure if it's like one cough. You remember we were talking last week about the Heimlich maneuver. It could get you all messed up. But I guess, like you said, if you just can't stop coughing and you having shortness of breath and things like that, that may be a problem.
No, if you're getting those feeling, even if you're just not feeling well along those lines, you're supposed to stay home. You're supposed to contact someone, letting them know if you've been in contact with a big group of people or around people who might also have it now. Like, that's the other thing too. People are realizing after the fact that they have, you know, they may even have it. They're not even sure because not everyone can get tested. That's a whole nother problem right now too. There's not enough test kits.
Right.
So, but people who have gotten it are saying that their symptoms, they worsen very quickly, but that some of them didn't have any symptoms. So imagine that.
Well, here's some things you can do to protect yourself, Brittany. Big one for you. Wash your hands at least 20 seconds every time you wash them, and wash them often.
Yes, I've been singing the happy birthday song. I swear I've been singing this damn. Do you still sing it?
No, you know what you can do though? They said you can sing like the hook of a song. So you could be like, girl, you look good, back that ass up. Girl, you look good, back that ass up. You can do that. You can do the whole hook of that, and that's 20 seconds. Or at least, I do know this, it's 16 to 20 seconds. Depends on the song.
You're right. I need to change the song because I'm getting bored of mine. That's what it is.
It's your birthday. We gonna party like it makes it. Look, you gotta make the hand washing thing fun. You just gotta make it fun. You see how you're thinking about it now? One time for the birthday chick, 2 times for the birthday chick. You know what I'm saying? Look how much fun washing your hands can be.
Man, I'm back in the okay.
This one's big to you too. Stay home if you're sick. You know, I'm starting to feel like, Brittany, you're a doctor.
I've been following this stuff. But like for me, it's like, it says to stay home if you're feeling sick, but a lot of people don't want to because you're going to miss out on work. Meaning that people are afraid to not work right now too. So you have to still listen to that. Stay home.
They do realize though, if you die, you're still missing work.
I mean, but that last paycheck on P.
I'm not laughing at that, Brittany. They want you to avoid touching your nose, your eyes, your mouth, and of course, cover your mouth when you sneeze or cough. And get this one, Brittany, you've been doing this one. Disinfect or try to disinfect things at your house, like your doorknobs, desk, keyboards, and that stinking ass cell phone you use all the time.
No, I actually cleaned it today, but yeah, you're right. No, you got to clean it daily. Everything you got to wipe down. I don't have wipes, but the experts say soap and water is literally the same thing. Like if you're out of the sprays of any of that, soap and water still works.
Right. And precautions may remain extremely important, which means, like you said, if you don't have to be out, don't be out. If you have to be out, take that precaution of not, you know what I'm saying, you shouldn't be playing basketball with people where you got to rub all up against them and those type of things.
Oh my God, no, don't be playing basketball right now. You know what? No wonder, Ekin. Oh my goodness. The other day, literally, I think it was yesterday or the day before, I was driving and I saw just one dude at the basketball court. And I was like, oh, he's taking the not even the social distancing, just like, he's just, got some time off or whatever. So he's going to play basketball.
Right.
And I was like, why is he by himself? It makes sense now. It'd be weird if he was with a group of people.
Practice by yourself.
Everybody's going to be playing basketball by themselves. Okay. I just didn't realize that till now. That's what he was doing. That's great.
Yeah, he's practicing social distance while still getting his practice in.
Okay.
You see? And here's a bonus fact. This is a bonus fact. I researched it, and I want to give it out to you and everybody else.
Okay.
It is not the Chinese virus. It is the coronavirus, okay? It is not the Chinese virus.
Thank you. I'm so glad you brought that up. It's not okay to call it that. You're so 100% right. Stop calling it that. That is going to cause and create hate and conflict and confusion. That's just going to do all the wrong things to add to this coronavirus, like that we don't need. So call it the coronavirus or the COVID-19. Those are the only two I'm accepting for that. And if not, well,
Brittany, are you not wanting to accept to call it the Chinese virus though because of who calls it the Chinese virus?
Okay, that's also it. Because if he's saying it, it's clearly it's idiotic.
Is he still not your president?
He's not my president.
Brittany, Brittany, are you sure you don't want him to be your president right now?
Ekin, he's not my president.
Okay,
I'm not afraid of walls.
There's a reason I'm asking you this question about do you want him to be your president right now?
Why?
I'm just going to give you one more chance. Are you sure you don't want him to be your president right now?
I don't want him to be my president right now.
You don't?
I don't.
So what about, like this rumor going around that he might be hooking us all up with $1,000, some cash?
Nah, I deserve at least that.
Whoa, Brittany, I got a tweet here, and I'm not sure if it actually came from his Twitter, but I will read it to you because it does seem relevant right now. It says, yes, I ordered the Treasury Secretary to send checks to Americans. First, however, we will go through your social media history from the last 4 years and search for any post with the hashtag not my president in it. I wouldn't think of offending you with a check if I'm not your president. Make America great again. Brittany,
you know what?
Brittany.
Ekin, I got some tweets to delete. Wait, because I work smart, not hard.
Brittany, you've been hashtagging not my president? You really been hashtagging that?
I've definitely said it. I don't know if I've hashtagged it, but I should probably, go check that.
But you was gonna take the man money. But you still think you should get. So do you think you should get the money, or do you think that if that is one of his tweets that he's got a point there, he wouldn't want to offend you?
I believe that God frowns upon pride. So I'm going to set aside that pride that is frowned upon, and I'm going to accept this donation that I deserve of $1,000. Yes.
Some inside info on why you deserve it.
Ekin.
Brittany, look, Brittany. Brittany. The one thing that I have to be with this show that we have here is I have to be fair and impartial.
That's true.
Every time I talk to Jason, when we're not recording, we talk about keeping this thing fair and impartial. He's overlooking us. He's watching the things we do. Sometimes he gives critique, right? So being fair and impartial, I can't take your side or the Donald side. I just have to look at things from both sides. And it wasn't but 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago maybe, you were really talking about, you were adamant, he is not your president. He is not your president. And now the man says, now if this is a real tweet, I wouldn't think of offending you with a check if I'm not your president.
But he's offended me so many times.
Oh.
So he can take this one offense.
So one more offense ain't gonna hurt nothing.
Yeah, I feel like that's the least he could do, Ekin. And I don't think there's anything wrong with taking the money. I think there's a lot of wrong that he's done. So
would you thank him? Would you go on Twitter and thank him after you got that check?
that is I'm a very thankful and grateful person. No.
It's taken you a long time.
No.
So you wouldn't go thank him?
I couldn't do it.
Brittany, have you ever tweeted the president?
I have several times. I tweet him.
So you tweet him, but you couldn't tweet him. So why can't you tweet him when things are good? You see, Brittany, I'm having to level the field here. I have to be fair. I have to be fair and balanced. Why couldn't you tweet that? If you got a check from the U.S. Treasury, tomorrow, next week after, for $1,000 minus a few tax dollars, you would not. Why wouldn't you go on there and say thank you?
I just feel like it's not. I think sometimes it's okay to not say thank you.
That is never okay, Brittany. That is never okay.
I think sometimes you can accept a gift that you deserve, and it is what it is. It's you. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to say it, Ekin. Not in my heart of hearts, I wouldn't be able to do it.
But you could take the man's money.
I can take the money.
You know what, Brittany? You starting to sound like you got an OnlyFans page already.
I'm gonna find out. Okay, I am gonna make one, and I'll let you know how it goes. Hopefully, I can make some money.
I just found something. The fact that 95% of the likes I give on Twitter are negative tweets against real Donald Trump is soul-shattering to me. Impeach Trump. Somebody got 6 likes on this, 2 retweets, and got some responses. I think standing by real Donald Trump while separating children from their families speaks more about you. Well, you're talking to Sarah right here. Laughing my fucking ass off. Did real Donald Trump send you? Somebody must have been talking to you on Twitter. Real Donald Trump. You do know America has been doing this since the Clinton administration, right? You seem to talk to Donald Trump a lot, Brittany.
Oh, you looking at my tweets?
You didn't recognize none of those tweets?
No, man. I black out when I do those. I probably am so angry when I'm tweeting those. I said all that. I stand by it. Yeah. No, yes, there are too many. There are too many things. I think that thing alone with ICE, with immigration, with all the people he's scammed, with all the people who have lost money because of him, and all the companies that he left in debt, and mostly for the workers that have. I've watched documentaries about this guy that have just shown me so much. I won't get into it, but I have plenty of reasons why I don't get along or view the same as him.
But Brittany, and I will say that you've told me this on several occasions. It's good to be positive. You don't. I mean, I would tweet it with you. I would sit with you and tweet thank you at the same time if we got that check. If I can do it, I mean, think about it.
No, Ekin, we're not doing that.
I mean, that man. Look, has that man ever looked at your race and looked over there and said, "Look at my blacks over there. Look at my blacks over there." That has happened to us, and I can still say thank you.
Has he tried to build a wall to keep your people out?
Well, my people's country is not right next to his. So he figured the wall would work. He figured the wall is the water separating my people, or the majority of what he calls my people.
I'm surprised he hasn't tried to put a wall in the
and actually,
water.
He has put a wall up around a lot of my people. It's called a jail. Sorry, but that's a whole nother thing.
Us 1, y'all 4. You see? No, but like, I just, hey, listen, I think that he was good on The Apprentice. When
he fired people.
I mean, it was an entertaining show.
Right.
It was funny.
But he's not doing so well as the president.
No.
Well, on another note, what would you do with your $1,000?
My $1,000. Okay, so fix these 2 nails first and foremost. Also, I think I would go shopping.
Brittany, I thought the $1,000 was to hold people over for this is a rough time for bills, and maybe. How about you? Are you sure that maybe paying your rent shouldn't be at the top of that list?
Are they suspending that? In France, the president is waiving all their bills.
Is it 2 months or something like that? Is it Italy or France? Whatever country it is, you just want them to do it here.
France. Yes, I want them to do it here. But I think that hopefully that's going to happen here. But you're right. I forgot we were in stress mode.
Yeah, you skip right past something that should matter. Maybe paying your rent, maybe buy some food for the house.
I don't think people should pay their bills right now. To be honest, I don't think that people should. That's not a concern.
But they should get their nails done.
Well, okay, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm saying if you are strapped on cash, on funds, you weren't prepared for this. Definitely don't pay your bills first. That's the last of your words. You
Then
need to
what do you do
survive.
first, Brittany? If you don't pay your bills, wouldn't you want, like, okay, maybe electric, maybe cell phone, let that go for a second. But you wouldn't want to, like, if somebody gave you like a free grand, you didn't think that, like, yo, let me knock this rent out for a month. Let me get that ahead. Or at least put the money up so that if they do say you don't got to pay it, you're straight. And then when it does come, you got that money that was sitting there. You wouldn't recommend that? I would recommend that.
I don't think that that's how people work, though. I don't think that's how people
no, I know
do
what
it.
we do know for a fact is that's not how Brittany works. I don't know about people, but what I do know for a fact is that's not how Brittany works. Brittany has already. The first thing Brittany said was, without even a hesitation, get these 2 nails fixed.
Get these 2 nails fixed and log on to Fashion Nova. I know, Ekin, something was wrong with me, but then I would have gotten to my shopping cart and been like, wait, that's half of my.
That's half of your $1,000 in a Fashion Nova cart.
Yeah, I need
Brittany,
to
you spent $500 at Fashion Nova at one time? I thought Fashion Nova was like bargain shopping.
No, it is. It depends. I buy in bulk though. Like I don't buy little pieces at a time. So I'll buy like a haul almost, just because I don't know why I'm like, but not like 500. I'm typically in between the 200 and 300 mark.
You're making good money now. I cannot wait until the next time that we go to eat. I've been paying the bill way too much when we go to eat.
First of all, don't count my coins, okay?
I'm just saying. Look, I do know now we can go Dutch. I know that now.
See, that's why I got to stop talking about stuff. I'm just kidding. I was like $75 carts.
Brittany, it's okay, but I really do think, seriously, if one thing we get out of this conversation, you should just think about this is what I try to practice. And I'm not saying it works for you, but this is my positivity move. I've been trying it for 2019 and going to 2022. If I could say something when you mess up, I try to say something good too when you do well. And if we get $1,000 check, I think you should tweet him. I think you should tweet him and be like, yo, thanks, Don. Hit him up real quick. Be like, yo, Don, I got the check. Boom. Bap. I'm out. You ain't got to talk long. You ain't got to go. If he come back at you, you ain't got to go back and forth. You just hit him with a thank you. Or a matter of fact, hit him with one of these. What's that one right here? That it looks like a prayer, but it's really a high five. It's really a high five. It looks like a prayer, but it's really a high five.
Well, I'll send him a prayer emoji. You're right.
Yeah. We working on something, Brittany.
Praying for you.
Yeah.
That's what praying for you.
You ain't got to go there, Brittany. That is not a thank you.
That's I think
Brittany,
so.
We working on you.
Praying for you. Okay.
Man, oh man. Before I get out of here too, I want to know, and I know I don't even know where this came from, but I heard it from you. What's this with the STD in the water?
Oh my God. Okay.
First of all, how give me the whole story of how it's even possible, what's going on, et cetera, et cetera.
So apparently there are scientists that went down in the ocean, right? Or maybe the scientists didn't, the divers did. I don't know. They went down in the ocean where there's like no life, right? There's no oxygen. So maybe the scientists didn't, the machines did. But anyways, this is all factual stuff. I'm sorry I'm starting it like this, I swear. But okay, so they found where there's no oxygen, there's no host, meaning like a fish, like a sea creature. Right. No oxygen, no host, and there's an abundance of chlamydia. It's a cousin of chlamydia, but there's like so much down there. And they're
What's
like,
its name? Remedia? No, I'm sorry. I should not have interrupted your story. Okay, a cousin of chlamydia.
It's a cousin of chlamydia, and it's rampant down there, and they think that that's where it started to get to humans, because they were like, okay, the coronavirus started from a bat, remember? So with this chlamydia, they think that that's how it got transmitted to humans, and then they're wondering, like, also if there's more, can it kind of like be it's a different strain of? Are you trying to figure out me?
No, I am not. I really have a question, but I'm doing the respectful thing is waiting for you to finish your thought. That's the gentlemanly thing to do. I'm practicing for 2020. I'm listening. My nose did itch, and I went like this.
Oh, it's in the Antarctic Ocean, and so yeah, so it's like it's been diagnosed with chlamydia.
Here's the first thing. Here's my very first question with this whole entire story. Of all the things to be testing for when you go deep diving in the ocean, How did it become an STD that you were looking for? Like, what made you, like, seriously, like, if I'm not mistaken, right, don't you have to be like, you know what, I'm going to be testing for an STD. You're at the bottom of the ocean or wherever you are to do with anything with the ocean. Why are you thinking STD out there?
I don't know. It's the researchers, Ekin. I don't know. Maybe it was only one that tested.
Brittany, what website was this on?
This was
was it an advertisement on Fashion Nova?
No, I swear. This was I'm telling you, it was legit.
I know it was legit. That question was off the cuff. But what I'm saying is, you know, like when we talk about people doing research, right? If I'm going to the bottom of the ocean,
what are you researching?
That's not like me going into, I go into a brothel, right? And I go into a brothel. I'm going to go in a brothel saying, you know what? I came here to not only observe your actions during sex, but I also am going to test for STDs before I leave out of here. As a researcher, I said as a researcher.
Why do you have to do both? Why do you have to do both?
Because if I'm gonna do research, I'm doing thorough research. If I'm gonna go to a brothel, I'm gonna do thorough research. I'm not just gonna go in there. Why? You wasting your time. You go in there and do a little bit. Why? You go in there, you do a little bit of research. You gotta go in there and get the full experience if you go in a brothel.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Matter of fact, you should go in a brothel and you probably should just go in there and participate. If you're going to go in a brothel and do real research, how else are you really going to get the research done if you're not diving in?
You know what, Egan? Maybe you know something. Maybe some researchers do that. And maybe they should. If they don't, maybe they should. You're right. Get more things done at once. Work smarter, not harder. It makes sense.
You know what you're doing right now, Brittany? You're thinking like a female in a relationship. You're not thinking like a female married to a researcher. Think like a female married to a researcher. Because think about it like this. Now, if you're married to a researcher, right? It's like he's constantly doing things that you may not understand, right? So as a researcher, right, he goes into this brothel. And follow me close here, because this is the part where it may get confusing.
Oh, I am. Trust me, I'm following you close.
When your researcher mate goes into a brothel, in order to be safe, what is the first thing that a scientist does?
Disinfect himself.
And also, what does he do like a doctor doing an operation?
Oh, he
wraps it up. He wraps up, right? So if your researcher partner, mate, whatever you call him, goes into this brothel to do research, he's going to glove up. Once he gloves up and does research, you cannot look upon that in a way of like, why? Why did you have to do that research? You can't even look at it as cheating, because if he's gloved up, did he really even cheat? Think about it. If you put on gloves right now, and you wash your hands, did you really wash your hands, Brittany? Did you really get your hands clean? So you gotta take that and look at this research the same way. If I go into a brothel and I glove up my hands, my research tools, and then I use them.
You're right. You know what? You are so right, Egan. I'm a researcher too. You know what? I'm gonna be a researcher too.
What kind of research are you gonna be?
I'm gonna go research what your best friend's up to and doing, and you know how he's doing or whatever. Like, that's all. We can both research. Yeah, we can both research.
My best friend.
Huh?
My best friend.
No, I said.
Oh, you mean like the mate that you would have when he comes back from research? You're gonna be like, I'm gonna go do some research. But now you're in a gray area.
Now we're in the gray. Now we've entered the gray area. I'm researching.
Brittany,
it's great.
I actually went into this brothel though, Brittany. I told you about it. It was part of my research for this job or whatever I'm doing. You knew about this before I did it. What you're doing in turn is out of spite. And that is how relationships get in trouble. What you're doing is clearly, Brittany, we could take a poll on this. This is clearly out of spite what you would be doing. I'm coming back from legitimate research. I let you know before I go in there. You got mad because you didn't like all the tools that I had to use while taking this research.
You know what, Ekin?
I was gloved up. I was sterilized. And then I was done. I didn't come out of there with no feelings. I didn't come out of there and give nobody no text messages.
Well, now you can research what it's like to be homeless. How about that? And even if we're not living together, you're not living in your own home either.
Wow. Brittany.
Yeah. That's how I feel.
Brittany, So you really don't think I had a legitimate argument?
No, absolutely not. You do not need to do all that. You're doing all that. You're doing too much. You don't deserve. That's why you can't be a researcher. You go above and beyond. They're like, "Ekin, we didn't even ask for all this. Why you have video? Did you bring a sound system?"
Brittany, I like to be thorough. I like to be thorough. I like to be thorough.
You.
Brittany, how's life in Fort Myers right now? Everything is closed down too. Speaking of sex, right? Like brothels and things like that, they're all closed right now, which is why we're getting the intake of OnlyFans pages. That's why we're getting such an overflow.
More research. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do to figure that out. But over here, I feel like okay, so toilet paper, we're still out. Disinfectants, all of like those regular things.
So you haven't found any toilet paper since the last time we talked?
I did yesterday on accident. I went to CVS. I had to go get something else. Freaking happened upon toilet paper. I was like, nah, I'm not seeing what I'm seeing. Like, this stuff is like gold right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like cash money. So I saw this guy with a cart full of toilet paper. Now, I said, and I'm so mad I had to eat my words, because literally yesterday I was like, if I see someone with a cart full of toilet paper, I'm going to tell them how selfish they are. I'm going to go off on them. But it was this huge man. He was like big or whatever. And I was like, I'm not about to start an argument with this man, because he might backhand me. And then, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be devastated, because now I have to murder him.
Wow.
So I was like, I'm not going to say nothing. So I go and I grab a bag, and I'm like, damn, should I grab 2? No more than 2, because I'm not that person. Because I was like, what if someone else needs some and they've been looking for it? I'll have some extra. I'll give it to them.
Right.
So the employee tells me, oh, man, we're only doing 2. We're limiting it to 2 per person. I'm like, that's all I was going to grab. But this man has a whole cart full of toilet paper. So I got my toilet paper, and yeah, that's the thing though. Over here, there's still no toilet paper. How you doing over there?
Did you bring up the guy having a full cart?
No, I didn't tell him nothing.
But I'm saying, if the lady stopped you could have just pointed right over there.
I know, but then I felt like, I didn't want to start drama. Like if it was a woman, it would have been different. But a big dude, I was like, he's obviously stupid.
Brittany, you might have missed your chance on a good quarantine session.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying, like, you could have turned around to him and he'd been like, you know what? You can have a couple of rolls of this toilet paper. And then who knows where that conversation would have went, and y'all could have been doing some research. You see, I'm always thinking ahead. I'm always thinking bigger picture, Brittany. Bigger picture than what's in front of you.
I did this wrong. But I got told.
I ain't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. You know who I want to give a shout out to right now too, because I'm reading a lot of things with the coronavirus going on. I want to give a shout out to Dollar General, and they not sponsoring us yet. Matter of fact, we don't have no sponsors yet. But I want to give a shout out to them. You know why? Because they started this thing where the first hour that their stores are open, it's for older people, the elderly, to come shop. And I think that's the dopest thing, because the elderly are like, they can't run around the city at all hours of the night like you do, Brittany, looking for toilet paper. They gotta be able to find it.
I know, man. For me, but no, you're right. You're so right. I'm so glad that they're doing that, because, and I've even seen videos where people are literally they're fighting with old people, taking the toilet paper, whatever supply is last stuff left. So we need that. I think all the stores need to do that for the elderly. Poor things. They can't even walk fast. You know how long it takes them to get around a store? At least an hour.
Brittany, you're doing some good things too. I saw you, Are you helping with the kids that are out of school too?
So that's what I'm working on right now. I have a small family that I just helped, but I want to help on a bigger scale. Right. And I think that right now it's the food situation for the kids that are out of school, that are going to be missing meals. And I'm like, okay, so where's the gap between getting them the meals until the school can provide it for them? Yeah. So I know there's some food pantries or food banks and stuff going on that I got to get with, and just go volunteer. Isn't
that crazy though, that how much money that we're supposed to have as a country, and then we got kids out of school, and now we're having to go, wait, are these kids able to eat if they're not in school?
And so many aren't. Yeah, it is crazy. And then you're seeing right now a lot of celebrities / just people, employees who are making money, good money, that they're the ones who are putting in efforts and the donations for the working class people who are in businesses that are closed down right now, event centers that are closed down. Like you see all these like basketball players or whatever are donating hundreds of thousands of dollars to pay the employees while they're out of work. But yet the owners of the actual whole entity, billionaires, millionaires, aren't doing anything to help their own employees. Like, it is insane to me how much money is in like the wrong hands, you know? And that
things are switching up now though too. You know who the real MVPs are right now? Healthcare workers, grocery store employees, and truck drivers are now more important than pro athletes, actors, and famous musicians. Ooh, let that sink in. Let that sink in, Brittany.
Yeah, man. I mean, and it's true. They're the ones that we need. We need them right now the most.
Hey, I bet a lot of parents right now too are wishing their teachers get a big raise now, because now they seeing how much of a heathen that they kids really are, right? Now you seeing that little Johnny, they wasn't lying on little Johnny all that time when they told you what his ass did at 10:30 in the morning. He was like, not my Johnny, not my Johnny. And you know what else I've seen some parents do that been on social media complaining? Snack time is immediately at like 10:06. Can I have a snack? Can I have a snack? Can I have a snack? Because see, the parents ain't had to deal with that. The teachers have had to deal with that.
Yeah.
The daycares have had to deal with that. You've been sitting at your cubicle thinking that you had it rough until you got Johnny standing behind you while you thought you was going to get on a conference call. And he's like, Mommy, why you ain't wearing no pants to work? Because you at home on your computer and he done said it all on your conference call line and you like standing there going, wait, man, be quiet now. Can you mute that, please? Can you mute that, please? It's crazy right now.
I love the meme about the parents that are like, they're like, how do I see? I'm trying to see how I can transfer the student, and it's their kid. I can transfer the student by the end of today. I'm like, oh my God, I feel bad for a lot of parents.
You should start babysitting, Brittany. You should that'll be a good job. Like that'll be something you can do to help.
I leave them all in the room.
No, I mean you got to be in the room with them, Brittany. Because Brittany, think about it. You cool enough right now. You could do stuff like bring the kids to work with you, right? You could do stuff like that. You could do all kinds of social media videos with them. You could play board games. I just feel like donating food. Yeah, that's a good thing, Brittany. But I think your time is just as valuable. I think if you did something like a little Brittany's daycare once a week. And you have the kids for like 4 hours to give mom a chance to run errands, to go get her 2 nails fixed.
Egan, I don't trust myself taking care of kids. I'm good for about an hour peeping on one max. You know what I mean? Like I can take care of one kid for an hour. You want me to take care of a few kids?
So you're not ready? You're not ready for kids, Brittany?
No, absolutely not. No, they are too time consuming. They cry a lot. They need a lot. I'm like, that's me. I need that. I cry a lot. I don't need to add another freaking person for that, you know?
Brittany, I think I just decided with my high five / prayer hand emoji that twins are in your future.
Don't you freaking.
And to sweeten the pie, they be biracial so they can check different boxes. So then that way you got to deal with a whole nother culture as well. You got to not only learn to deal with two, but then you have to learn too to deal with another culture as you're growing. I think that'll help you grow as a person, Brittany.
Egan, I cannot believe you just wished 2 kids on me at one time.
But see, you're not looking at the big picture. I wished 2 healthy kids on you. Healthy kids. That's big picture thinking, Brittany.
I don't want to.
And it's a learning thing for you. Think about it like this. Biracial, it's kind of the going thing nowadays. Probably be cute, like really cute in pictures. You get to learn another culture as you go and grow.
I could learn through other people's kids and cultures.
And take them home.
And yes, Egan, I'm so good.
You do not appreciate the things that I do for you here.
You think I can wipe a baby's butt with these without hurting it?
Then those will have to be shorter, Brittany. Because actually, when you have those twins, it won't be as much money to go over there and get your nails done.
Wait, what do you mean? Oh,
you gotta have money. You gotta actually have money for the kids, Brittany. Pampers, formula.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to spend my money on the kids. I want stuff. I don't want to buy them stuff. When I go buy stuff,
Brittany, no. I didn't think that you would take my wish this way. Look, I am almost ready to get out of here. Can we get to stuff Brittany may or may not know anything about?
All right, let's do it.
And we can hashtag this too. Brittany knows. That's the hashtag from here on out. When I post about this, Brittany knows. All right?
Okay.
Can we talk football this week?
Oh my God.
Brittany.
Okay. Yes.
You don't want to talk football?
I can do talk. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do.
Do you think it was great that the Buccaneers are about to sign Tom Brady?
Yo, I'm getting my Bucks jersey. I'm ready for this season. Whenever it starts. Coronavirus.
First of all, wait just a second.
Yes.
Do you even know who Tom Brady is?
Okay, I know that. Okay, I just think he's so cute. Yes, he's something in the Patriots. I know he's on the Patriots, right?
He's does something on the Patriots.
Yes.
Let's establish, first of all, that he was the quarterback for the Patriots.
Okay. Is that all he did?
Well, he was married to a supermodel.
Giselle.
Oh, there we go, Brittany. We getting somewhere.
Are they still married?
Yes, Brittany.
Damn. Okay.
What was the damn for?
You know what? I stood no chance. It's Giselle.
Okay. Well, now it's looking like he's going to be the starting quarterback for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Was it a good move? Was it a good football move for the Buccaneers?
Absolutely. 100%. I know nothing about football, but that sounds like a great idea. Like, just throw Tom on your team. He's probably going to help y'all win. Like, that he wins. So we need to win. So I'm like, throw him in there. Everybody, he's cute.
Brittany, you throwing around the word "we" a lot. Are you a Bucs fan, or were you a Bucs fan before this move happened, or did you just suddenly become a Bucs fan when this became big news?
He's got me interested in the Bucs. Yes, now I'm a fan. Now I'm ready to see what we have, what we're doing this year.
So are you getting a jersey?
I really want a jersey. Is it going to say Peyton on the back? Are they going to sell them?
Peyton?
Oh wait, what's his name?
What's his name? Peyton, first of all, Peyton is he's a Manning. That's first of all. Peyton Manning.
I forgot.
Never been a Buccaneer. Played football though. You are still in the right place he is a quarterback. He's a retired quarterback.
No, he's got a brother. Okay, go on.
Yeah, he's got a brother. His brother's name's Eli. Eli played for the Giants. He's now retired. Peyton does a lot of commercials though, insurance commercials, different stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now,
big forehead. Yes.
There you go. Now, Tom Brady. You are planning to get a Tom Brady jersey.
Yes, it's gonna say Brady, right? They're gonna sell the ones that say Brady on.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that it'll say Brady on the back if he signs the contract. I'm pretty sure.
That's the one I want.
That's the one you want?
Yeah.
Number 12, if that's his number.
Yeah, that's a good number.
Well, that's been his number his whole career.
Oh.
Okay, so I'm just saying. So wait. Now we're talking football. What do you think the Buccaneers record last year was 7-9?
Does that mean they won 7 times and lost 9 times? They won
7 games and they lost 9. What do you think their record's going to be this year? And it's a 16 game season. 16 games out of 16 games. How many games do you think that they'll win?
Oh, they're going to win 17 games.
Out of 16 games, they're going to win 17, Brittany?
Oh, wait, I was counting because that's why I said except for one. I meant to subtract instead of add. Okay.
So you think the Buccaneers are going to be 15-1?
Yes.
Because of Tom Brady?
Yes. Yeah, I think they're going to one game. There's going to be a mess up because there just has to be. But I think he's going to bring them to that.
Brittany, do you know that in the entire life of pro football, there has only been one undefeated team the entire season? And that was the Miami Dolphins way back in like the 70s.
Are you serious?
In the entire life of football, there's only been one team that went undefeated the entire season. And that is the Patriots almost did it one year.
Okay, what about, I said no, one game, they're going to lose one game.
But so you think that suddenly they're going to go from losing 9 games to only losing 1? Do you watch football at all?
No.
Well, at least you're honest. You're like, no.
At all. I only watch the Super Bowl. That's the only time you'll catch me watching it. And I'll get into it, but.
Did you know who Jameis Winston was?
I know he started at FSU. I know he's got a bunch of scandals under his name. But is he taking his place?
Yes, he's taking his place. He was the Buccaneers quarterback. He was the Buccaneers quarterback last year and the year before. He was the starter.
Is he still on the team?
No, he's going to be a free agent as of 4:30 today. As of today, he'll be a free agent. So with that being said, do you know how many interceptions Jameis threw last year?
Okay, let me guess. Okay, interceptions are good or bad?
They are bad. And he threw more than 25 and less than 35.
Oh, I was gonna say like 50 something.
No, Brittany, he didn't do that bad. He wouldn't even have a job in the NFL again ever if he threw 50 interceptions.
So 30, 29.
Yeah, he do 30 interceptions last year, which is bad.
Is that high?
But he also had some pretty good stats. So I ask you that to say this. Do you think Jameis should get another job in the NFL this year, even though he's not the Bucs quarterback?
Ooh, I think it's going to be hard for other people to pick him up because it sounds like he's not doing too well. And I feel like in football, you're supposed to do really well. And that's why they pick you up. Does he still have value? Probably not.
Brittany, you will never cease to amaze me when we talk about things that you may or may not know about.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Jameis might be really good on the field. I don't know. But
you know about his scandals. I bet you know that, don't you?
I know. Yeah, I know Jameis. He's the one that yelled something out into the crowd. He said, ever right in the pee. That's what he said. Oh my God. I forgot
you can tell what makes the news when Brittany's around. You can tell where her radar's at. Brittany, yeah. I appreciate you, Brittany. I do.
I appreciate you.
I really do. Any advice for the people on Clearwater Beach? Hey, wait, I bet they're on Fort Myers Beach too. I bet they're out there acting crazy too, aren't they? Wait, before we go to, what is wrong with Floridians? Is it the Floridians not taking the coronavirus serious, or is it the tourists?
You know what? I'm going to tell you, it's us. It's us with this beautiful weather. We still got rum runners that we can drink, margaritas. Like, we don't care because it's Florida.
So you still have friends asking you to go to the beach?
Not my friends, but I have friends on my social media at the beach.
Are you thinking about going to the beach, or are you quarantining?
No, I'm not. I'm quarantining. I'm having a quarantini. You know that's the drink, right? You have while you go through Corona.
It is?
It's a quarantini. You just make yourself a martini.
You haven't sent me the ingredients for that.
I am because I want to make one.
In the middle of the day.
I'm quarantining.
As always, man, it has been a pleasure, Brittany. I think we got some facts out today as well. I think we did good.
Sure. Everything I said is facts.
That's a whole nother story. Southern Hospitality, man. Find us wherever you grabbed your podcast at, of course. Subscribe, download, all that good stuff, and rate us really high, no matter what Brittany says to piss you off. Rate us really high because I'm always thinking big picture. Brittany, where can they find you on social media?
Basic Britch _
Underscores at the end?
At the end, yes.
Oh, okay. At DJ Ekin everywhere. And our social medias are kind of intertwined because she's like my work wife or something. But as you can see, I'm not allowed to do a lot of research.
No.
Welcome again to our home next week, man. Southern Hospitality. We are gone.
Bye.
Brittany, I'll call you.
Okay, bye.